A letter to you. I love you. Three words that, when read independently of each other, might seem simple to comprehend, straightforward almost. I, a pronoun that refers to the person speaking. Love. As a noun, love is described as an intense feeling of deep affection. Of course, for anyone who has ever felt love, been in love, or lost a love, it's safe to say that love can be very complex when trying to accurately articulate or depict one's feelings of the same. You, a pronoun used to refer to the person or people that the speaker is addressing. I love you. I love you. When those three words come together to form a sentence, the dynamic meaning of the words seems to take on a life of its own. It's as if it lives and breathes, changing, fading, or growing stronger over time. Sometimes the feelings of love from one for another are like a seed that has been planted. It's intentional, and there is an awareness of its birth. There is an awareness of its origin. At other times, it is as if that connection has always existed. It may have seemed unintentional. Yet there is an underlying knowingness that this feeling of love is not new, but rather a continuation of what once was in times past. That is precisely where the feelings of my love for you originate, in some place and time that I am unable to recall consciously, yet I can feel within the depths of my soul have always been. It is as if the love I feel for you and the connection I feel between us has always existed. It's as if there were no beginning, it just always was, and it always will be. That is what I feel deep within my soul. How can this be? How can I feel this love, this connection so deeply? What does it even mean when I say that I feel it in my soul? What does it mean when I say that I can feel you? I've thought about those questions often, and so many more. I've even tried to deny my feelings. I've tried to convince myself that what I believe I feel is just a crush. I've tried to convince myself that my feelings must stem from a longing for attachment, that they are merely what happens when someone shares space and time with someone else over an extended period of time. I've tried to convince myself that if I tried hard enough, I could release these feelings I hold for you. I tried to convince myself that if I didn't see you or talk with you for an extended periods of time, that my feelings for you would certainly become less intense. That eventually thoughts of you would no longer enter my mind without warning. They would fade away just as daylight fades to darkness, quietly, slowly, definitively. But I was wrong. So many times, without expectation or warning, I have suddenly found myself experiencing thoughts of you from seemingly out of nowhere. In the middle of a busy day, while driving my car, while listening to music, while sitting outside engaged in a friendly conversation with a wildlife creature I just had the pleasure of interacting with. In the morning, when I first awake, at night, as I am drifting off to sleep. In the middle of the night, when I awake for any number of different reasons, there you are. I see you in my mind. I hear your name softly whispered in the sound of my own voice. And on occasion, I have even sensed what I can only describe as you physically touching me. The sensation when it occurs is so noticeable that I catch myself looking to see if you might actually be present physically. There have been times when I've found myself feeling sadness as I have contemplated a potential end to our connection at some point in this lifetime. At times, I have pulled back in an effort to somehow try and control the pain of the loss of our connection that I feel is virtually inevitable. While I know this pulling back only causes more pain in the long run, it is a learned behavior and one that I developed at a very young age. Control the pain. This way, it won't hurt so much when the end finally arrives. That's what I learned when I was a kid. But I'm not a kid anymore. And I realized that no matter when or how it happens, losing my connection with you would be like losing a piece of my soul. And that thought alone is excruciatingly painful in and of itself. In happier moments, when I am thinking of you, I recall conversations we've shared. Your laughter fills my heart with joy. Your smile is stunningly beautiful. Your eyes are penetratingly intense, at times to the point that I often feel like I could easily get lost in them, if not mindful that you would likely take notice. And still, I have gotten lost in them at times. I've taken note of things you have said to me that were about me, things that left me questioning at times the true depth of your feelings for me. I've questioned within myself at times if some of your comments were intentional or merely Freudian slips, or simply misunderstandings on my part. I've questioned within myself if I was just reading into what you had said. Was I making something out of nothing? I found myself considering all the subtle nuances surrounding certain comments you have made. I've contemplated whether or not I would have made similar comments to another whom I did not possess loving feelings for. I have attempted to use logic and reason to answer questions that I possess about how you might feel for me, the depth of your feelings and the struggles that come with those potential feelings, were they to exist. Then there's the part of our connection that truly seems obvious to me, the part that I believe you may finally be starting to see as well, although with some resistance. That is the spiritual connection between us. There is no denying that more and more often, whenever you and I come together, there tends to be an obvious presence of spiritual beings making their presence known. I do not believe this is random or coincidental. From my perspective, it is support from the spiritual realm saying, we support this connection. Could I be wrong? Sure, but it's what I feel. And I believe that you are seeing the synchronicity as well. Lights and fans turning on and off, freeze-framed photographs of interactions with the guides, bears moving boxes. It all holds meaning. I see your name multiple times in random places almost daily. I am inundated with angel numbers every single day. No, there are no coincidences, and I know you know this too. So, now what? Now you know perhaps a little more than you did about how I feel about you and the connection between us. In short, I love you. I love you. I feel like our connection is a connection which has spanned many lifetimes. I feel like my life has been greatly improved by having you in it. While I understand the complexities of our current existences within these meat suits we wear, it does not lessen my feelings for you. I am mindful of the many challenges that being in human form brings with it. That being said, I believe in owning my feelings, and my feelings are of deep love and adoration for you. Always, TJ.